Well, this past Monday, tens of thousands of Rohingya refugees marked Rohingya Genocide Remembrance Day from displacement camps in Bangladesh. The gathering, which came on the 8th anniversary of their mass displacement to the neighboring country, was an occasion for them to remind the international community of their main objective, and that is a safe return to their homes in Rakhine State, Myanmar. Now, their call is all the more pressing as the interim leader of Bangladesh has been pressing the international community to help facilitate a process for the refugees' safe return. For more on the situation, then the co-director of the Rohingya Mayafwi Noor Collaborative Network, Noor Aziza, joins us on the program. Thank you very much for being with us today, Noor. So to start, I mean, part of what your organization does is to actually educate the public about Rohingya culture, its history, the diaspora. Can you talk a little bit about Rohingya identity today and how this mass displacement crisis that's ongoing has kind of affected all of that?
As a community, we've faced 84 years of ongoing displacement and violence. And given that this genocide has removed our identity and our culture, we've been labeled as illegal migrants or Bengalis, and people are falling for this very hate speech that is also contributing to the genocide of the Rohingya from Myanmar and beyond Myanmar in Bangladesh and Southeast Asia. So as an indigenous population from Myanmar, what we've done is we've worked on hate speech, misinformation, disinformation against our people, and we've come back to the regions where our people are displaced in. I'm currently wearing my cultural clothing because I'm organizing a cultural event tonight in Jakarta just to showcase everyday Indonesians who we are as a people, and that we are not here to steal their land, that we are not economic migrants, but we are fleeing an ongoing genocide that has not ended.
So I want to piggyback off of what you just said there, that this genocide is ongoing, it's not ended. Can you talk about the situation facing Rohingya Muslims in Myanmar today? I mean, for those who remain, what does life look like?
Some people might think the genocide of the Rohingya has ended, but in the last year and a half, more than 120,000 Rohingya refugees have fled, and most of them are currently in Bangladesh. UNHCR has stated an 80% increase of Rohingya arrivals in Malaysia and Indonesia in the last year alone. Rohingya mothers specifically are looking for a better life for their children. The situation in Bangladesh is dire. I visited 2 months ago. There is zero education for the children. 6,500 learning centers have shut. More than 500,000 children do not have access to education. Therefore, Rohingya mothers are making that life-threatening journey towards Malaysia and Indonesia. So the current situation in Myanmar, there is no existence for a safe repatriation back home. As Rohingya, more than anything, we want to go back home, but this does not exist today.
Life is, of course, safer in Bangladesh and in some of the other Southeast Asian countries that you mentioned there that have been welcoming Rohingya refugees as well. But it's also getting increasingly tight, at least according to some of these leaders, in terms of their capacity to continue to welcome these refugees in the best of conditions. What are some of the biggest challenges facing the communities there, especially because, as you say, they still cannot go back home? Can you hear me, Noor?
Yes, I can. Sorry, can you repeat that again? You cut out.
Yeah, sorry. I was just asking, life is theoretically safer for the Rohingya community in some of the countries that have welcomed refugees, but it's not necessarily easy, especially as resources grow thin. So what are some of the challenges facing the refugees in their temporary homes?
Currently in Southeast Asia, the increase of hate speech, misinformation, disinformation is manifesting to actual violence. Last year alone, we had reports of 6 Rohingya women that were trafficked across the Andaman Sea. And these 6 Rohingya women were raped on the boat, and they arrived in Aceh, Indonesia, pregnant. So they had to carry the children. So this is some of the issues that our women are facing, such as gender-based violence. And we were the first organization to step up and provide care to the that were fleeing the very violence in Burma, Myanmar. And some of the other challenges are the lack of education,
I'm so sorry, Noor. We're unfortunately having some connection issues, but if you can still hear me, thank you very much for joining us today. Apologies to our viewers then for some of those technical difficulties.